I wanted to go over the graphs on page 52 in your textbook because these are the types of graphs that you will be expected to be able to look at the graph and know exactly what the equation of the function is. So if we take a look at this first one, we obviously have an equation of a line because it's not curving at all and it is continuing on in both directions. And the name of the line is y equals x. So hopefully you knew that, y equals x. The next one is called a parabola, and if it's centered at the origin and it's got the width of over 1 up 1 to begin with, then we know that that parabola has the name y equals x squared. If you take the top part of the top kind of shape of y equals x squared and you flip the other part down, then you get a graph that is y equals x cubed. With x squared, all of your function values are positive. With x cubed, when x is negative, so is y. This function that has a definite starting spot and then it goes on forever is the function y equals the square root of x, or y equals x to the 1/2. You can tell that function has a domain that includes all the numbers from 0 to infinity. You cannot put a negative number under a radical and come up with a real solution. If you have two line segments that create this V shape, then you are graphing an absolute value. If you look at the right, it looks like the y equals x equation, but then instead of going down and having negative x values give you negative y values, it bounces back up. Y equals the absolute value of x. And last but not least is a function that has an asymptote. In this situation, your x-axis is an asymptote, and this is the equation y equals 1 over x, or x to the negative 1 power. And that's why there's an asymptote at x equals 0, because when you plug 0 in, you get an undefined answer. So these are the 6 functions that you should be very familiar with as we move on.